Good morning. You listen to FloorDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. This morning, my guest is Greg Pawson, the CEO with Card Monroe Corporation. Greg, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Kemp. Thanks for having me. Hope you're doing well.
It's good to talk to you, Greg. We want to talk about this news today that Card Monroe has acquired Everworks Automation. We'll get into more details in just a minute. First, a little background. Greg, you've been at Card Monroe now for about 2 years. Prior to that, you've spent 14 years at Signal Energy, which installs alternative energy, like solar panel farms. Prior to that, for 10 years, you're a Marine Corps pilot, right?
That's correct.
Graduated from the University of Florida, I see. All right. Nobody's a stranger to Card Monroe. They're the market share leader in making tufting equipment, founded in 1981. The latest big innovation was tailored loop, which launched probably 8 or 9 years ago, and it revolutionized the look of carpet by giving it extreme textures and highs and lows. The company's been doing well. Privately owned company. All right, you've acquired Everworks Automation. They're based in Greenville, South Carolina, and they're an industrial automation systems company. And today they're focused on the tire and rubber business, beverage business, automotive. They have 70 employees. Tell me, how did this come about?
We've been looking towards the future, where Card Monroe's going. And of course, we're always going to be who Card Monroe is, the world leader in tufting technology. That will never change. We will continue that. But we looked at some goals, and that's number one there is, don't detract from that core business. Who we are, who we always have been. We're going to continue to be the world leader in tufting technology. But second, we want to grow the organization. We want to diversify the business, and we want to improve our ability to help our customers in more ways than just in tufting. Finally, we want to stay with who we are and be a mission and values-driven company. So those were our goals looking towards the future. As we looked, we saw that the right path would be an acquisition in industrial automation. So as we looked at that, we saw, number one, an acquisition, we're going to get a standalone company, right? That's not going to consume CMC current resources. It allows us to offer new services that our customers really need as we talk to our customers and what they're looking at towards the future. Industrial automation is key. It diversifies us into other manufacturing, virtually every other manufacturing industry. In the future, it will help improve our products and as well help us grow the automation capabilities and services here in the Chattanooga region, as well as in Greenville, where Everworks, now rebranded as Card Monroe Automation, originally was.
I've got to applaud this decision, because most of the listeners at Floor Daily know that the carpet industry has continued to lose market share. I mean, it's going to get to a level where it'll probably level out like it has in Europe. But right now it's at around a 30% share, and it used to be 20 years ago closer to 70% share. So hard surface has taken market share, and it makes sense that you diversify. Like you say, you found this company in Greenville. I guess the first question to ask, you'll probably leave them in Greenville. Talk about integration, if you would.
Yeah, absolutely. The idea is to keep both teams separate doing what they do. The CMA team will remain in Greenville. However, we will grow an additional team here in Chattanooga that works hand in hand with Greenville, but their focus will be the flooring industry with CMC's existing customers worldwide, as well as the Chattanooga region. The synergies between the groups are just going to be able to grow the organization pretty quick, where in fact what we're looking at is how do we make sure we're taking it slow and not over-promising, but doing exactly what we say we're going to do, like we always have.
As you talk to your customer base and tell them you're getting into this, are they anxious to talk to you about adding robotic arms and other types of logistical type of automation?
Oh, absolutely. There's been a few that have said, put us first on the list. Come on in. Let's look at what we can do. We actually are already quoting some processes for some customers right now, right as we made it public. So there's a lot of interest and excitement about what we can provide.
So the markets that Everworks had, you're going to continue to service.
Absolutely.
I noticed there's a gentleman, Jeremy Steiner, who comes over. He's the founder of the company. He'll be a Card Monroe employee as well?
Correct. Yes, he's staying with the company. He'll remain president of CMA, and he'll work very closely with myself as we move forward. He's the right guy. He's super smart. Been doing this a long time. He's a controls engineer by trade, and he built this great company with this great team. I mean, I started looking around, and it's great they're in the Southeast. We wanted to stay in the Southeast. They're a values-driven culture themselves. They have the right capabilities. But as you started getting and meeting the leadership team and just how humble they are and how just competent they are, and then the fact that they have relationships as a relatively small company with many Fortune 500 companies. They've been doing repeat business for them for years and years and years. So all the pieces just came together that this is the right fit for CMC.
Okay, so as I get ready and pack my bags to head to Domatex tomorrow, will you have a crew there in Germany?
Oh, absolutely. We have the sales and technical folks there already, and some more are joining tomorrow as well.
Are they prepared to talk about this new automation offering?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, I appreciate you spending time with us and talk about this acquisition of an automation company. Again, been talking to Greg Pawson, the CEO of Card Monroe, and you've been listening to Kemp Harr and FloorDaily.net.